Ooh. Is this all for the festival? For Lantern Riot?
Oh, well... how should I put it?
Are you okay?
Come on, spit it out!
Do you see that group of people over there?
Which one? All of them.
Those are my relatives.
You have a lot of relatives.
Wow, you sure have a big family.
Once they start buying things, they won't stop perusing till it gets dark. This is bad.
Why, because I can't afford it?
They're your family, not your arch enemies. What's there to be afraid of? Unless... Oh, did you do something horrible to them?
What an assumption to make.
No, it's not that.
Well, tell me what it is, please.
I'm just not that good at dealing with my family.
What does that even mean?
It would be best if we could steer clear of them.
How do you steer clear of your family when they're literally encompassing the entire way forward, sir?
I'll explain more when we have the chance, but right now, we've got a job to do.
Can you just tell me about it now? Then we'll just have to sneak past. We could just go a long way around, like normal people.
The left side looks pretty packed. Let's go straight. Slow and steady wins the race.
Hi. They're totally looking at us. 100% looking at us. What a strange thing. Oh, there's only two groups. I thought the ones in the middle were his as well. Oh, there's a lady over here. She doesn't appear to be moving though.
Let's wait here for a second. Maybe my aunt will leave.
Maybe she won't. Oh, there she goes. She's gone. Go. Why are you leaning your head against... Oh, he's not. I thought he was leaning his head against the wall from here.
She's gone. Let's go.
I like what you're wearing, miss. I've always liked the Fontanian outfit, though.
Turn left. Run!
Run? I mean, I'm running. I don't know what you're doing. You're jogging.
To the right and...
Only with solid practical training can you unleash real punches.
Okay. Sure.
Wow, you guys are good. I'm impressed.
I literally just followed you. I did nothing special.
That was nothing. It was a piece of cake. Oh,
You really
sorry.
liked it, huh? Ooh, you know what? I'll buy you a whole bunch and pile them so high you could swim in them.
Do I want to swim in them?
as long as you don't wind up drowning, Paimon.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Uncle Drugway. These are my friends, the Traveler and Paimon. They came to deliver some goods with me. So, I guess I'll go ahead and take these over to Uncle Yongzan then?
Yes, thanks for your hard work. I should thank you both for your trouble as well. Please take a seat and rest for a bit. I'll prepare some tea.
No need. We'll be off soon anyway.
I was gonna be like, what's with all the tea? And then I'm like, oh, of course. This is a tea veil.
Hey, we're already here, aren't we? No harm in taking a load off for a bit. Plus, I know the Secure Transport Agency has some great Songhua tea stashed around here somewhere. I promise you, one sip and you'll be hooked.
I'm just kind of forced to repeat myself, sir. I don't drink tea, but okay.
Anyway, you just sit down and relax, Uncle Jergway. Who would I be if I just sat here and let you go through all this trouble? Leave this to me.
Okay.
I have to be up and about to drop these goods off anyway. What's a little extra time on my feet? Oh, you aren't too picky, right, Traveler? I know Paimon prefers things on the sweeter side, so I won't steep the tea too long. And I'll add some dim sum pastries on the side.
How is a dim sum a pastry? Sir, do you know what pastry is, right? Right? I think he's gotten very confused.
Aw, you noticed what Paimon likes?
I also super like sweet food, if you could please accommodate. I don't do savory.
How long have you two known Gaming?
5 minutes.
Oh, not long at all. We just kind of tagged along on his trip to Yulong Wharf.
That's actually a good point. We didn't have to go with him. We just gave him the goods and we could have just left him. He would have been fine.
He's just a super welcoming guy. We became friends, you know, just like that.
That's just how he is. He's the attentive sort. Really knows how to look after his own.
Mm-hmm.
A while ago, one of our guards had to take off work. Said his joints were hurting due to the rain. Gaming personally went all the way to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some medicine for him from Dr. Baiju, then traveled through the night to deliver it back to him.
Damn. That's dedication.
That young man has such a good head on his shoulders. How can anyone not love him?
But I don't know that love is really the right word for it, but yes.
I mean, there is his dad, but, well, ask anyone else. And...
Are we about to get backstory? Gimme.
Uncle Yongzan says he doesn't have the personnel to spare for this delivery right now.
Bad
So what do you
timing.
think, Uncle Jirgway? Should I go ahead and deliver it instead?
I was gonna hear all the good gossip about your dad. Rude.
It feels like we've troubled you enough already.
It's kite-making materials, though. Could be for a kid.
It's Lantern Rite, though. And he would know that the theme for Lantern Rite is kites because he was at Liyue Harbor. So how is he not automatically making the connection that the kite-making materials could be for adults for the festival?
I'm sure the sender wants it delivered before Lantern Rite.
I mean, I suppose unless it's a gift, I guess, from older folks to a child, I guess. Maybe.
By the way, here, have some tea.
I don't drink tea. But thank you.
All right, then. Deliver it if you want to.
God, it just sounds so hard done by, sir.
Ooh, are you free in 2 days? How about we grab some dim sum from Shinya Kiosk? My treat, and don't even think about trying to pay.
Is that here in Tanyu Vale, or is that back at the harbor? See my kiosk. That's in the harbor, isn't it?
Whoa, that's way too generous of you.
I think it's at the harbor.
Don't mention it. Just think of this as a thank you for all your help. Besides, the thing between me and my family, it's a long story.
You can't have to tell me.
It might take some time to tell.
Now that you've, exposed me to this information and this dude is dropping some bomb about your dad, you need to commit.
Sounds good. Paimon never says no to free food.
Oh, we know. See you at Shinsei Kiosk then.
All right, then I'm off. See you in 2 days. Oh, and Paimon, make sure not to eat too much before then. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Nah.
Is he underestimating Paimon?
Yes.
She's just gonna have to show him how much she can really eat.
That's not a good thing.
Anyway, is Gaming's family situation really that complicated?
Oh, we're just going to continue to... Well, I suppose he just gave us tea, didn't he? We're just going to sit here and continue to talk to this old man. I'm all for it.
He has such a happy-go-lucky personality. Plus, he's an enthusiastic and diligent worker. It's hard to imagine a guy like that being troubled by much.
Paimon, that behavior is a classic example of somebody burdened with such troubles.
How should I put it?
I don't know. Straight out? I mean, no need for delicacy here.
Since he already plans to tell you himself, you don't need an old man like me to add my 2 cents.
Yeah, but perspective, sir. Perspective. He's going to give me his, and you're going to give me the perspective of an outsider, or at least someone else looking at the situation from a different angle.
You seem to be around the same age, so you might have a lot in common.
Yeah, about that.
Perhaps you could help him talk things through. Consider it a favor to me.
Talk things through. Sir, I don't even know what things are to agree to talk things through with him. I guess I'll... Wait, hold on, here's a favor. What are you giving me in return?
If you have the time, maybe you can make a little flag for us to wave about.
What? Are you high? What?
It can say, we provide aid in spades. Couldn't hurt to advertise our services, right?
What?
Well, I can certainly arrange that. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
What?
Wait, seriously? Paimon was just joking, but if you're going to get us something, she'd much rather have wintermelon cake instead.
What a strange joke.
Seems like Gaming really has rubbed off on you.
Oh, is that snack he gave her?
Would you like some more tea? I think there's some left.
No, but thank you. You can have it.
No thanks. We came all this way and still haven't gotten a chance to look around the wharf. We should see the kinds of kites they got. Maybe they'll have ones you can't find in Liyue Harbor.
I wasn't looking specifically for kites, but I don't remember seeing any. Just the carp in the harbor. That's not a bad idea.
All right, then. Please do let me know if you'd like more tea. You're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Did she say flags because he has flags? I'm so confused what she was going on about in her so-called joke. I really didn't get it. Here's a dip uke guard for hire. Ugh, horse stance is pure pain to maintain. Come on, legs, hang in there. 3 more hours. Oh, is he one of the... I was going to say he's one of the wushao dancers, but no, he's a guard for hire. Horse stance. Do you mean just riding a horse and your legs are like, nah, bro, this is really awkward? Are you alright? How exhausting. But I'll grip my teeth and keep training. Just like Gumming says, 1 second on stage is the result of 10 years of stage training. Yeah, that's what I thought. If I don't train hard, my punches will hit like wet noodles, and I might trip over my own spear or stab myself with a sword in battle. It'll be too late for regrets then. You are perplexing, sir. I don't think I understand what you're talking about. Are you one of the guards for hire here? Ah, right. Gotta be honest with you. I'm still new here at the Secure Transport Agency, and my kung fu still isn't up to snuff. I gotta practice, slowly improve myself. Oh, other than guiding transports, I'm also a drummer of the mighty mythical beasts. No worries though. Cummings walked me through it, and I've been practicing the basics every day. If you've got some time to spare, you gotta come see it. We've got nothing but 5-star reviews from everyone in town. On what, Yelp? Who is the quest? The old man has the quest. Sorry, old man. I am not taking quests right now. But I will mark it on my map for later. Why does it make a sound? I don't know why it made a sound. There's nothing on my map. Oh god, there's so much to see and do here. Oh, there it is. There's a carp. Carp? Light. Spirit. Chunk. Whatever the blue ship was. Question is, how does one get to it? Because that climbing's not going to work. I'm going to have to go from up there, aren't I, and come down. Yes, indeedy I am. Okay, that's going to be a bitch. Hi! Just coming aboard and stealing your iron. Don't mind me. No, off. Any on this ship? Yes, there is. Oop. It just feels so weird. Investigating people's items and taking their stuff. I've always thought it was weird in this game. It's just bizarre. Like, hi, I know you ship out tea and use it as your literal livelihood, but I'm just going to go onto your ship and steal some of it for myself? It doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. Of course, it's not going to stop me from taking it, but it does pose somewhat of a moral quandary. Oh fuck, we accidentally did the quest. I was wanting to go up on the mountain and come down before I forgot.
What are you doing here?
What do you mean, what are you doing here? You've never seen her in human form before. What a strange thing to say. Why is she in Vale? Actually, that's a good point.
Huh. The way you speak, one might have presumed you were displeased to be in one's presence.
That's really weird. She couldn't recognize Mooncarver or Windshaper back at Liyue Harbor, but she immediately recognizes Cloud Retainer, but we've never seen her in human form. I'm not going crazy, right? The character reveal for this version update was the first time we've seen her in human form, right? So how does she recognize her? Greetings, Xianyun, even though I didn't know that was your name. Xianyun, Passerine, is that even a word? Herald. Cloud Retainer, one of the mighty and illuminated Adepti, Jesus Christ, I mean phonetically that's what it says, but not Adepti, who has lived long lived atop Mount Altiang, now walks amongst mortals under the name of Xianyun. When did we ever get that piece of information, I ask you? Celine is passionate about culinary delicacies and delights and delving into mechanisms and engineering, but she claims not to enjoy social interaction. She has extensive connections. Alas, it is rather unlikely that normal folk... Hello, whoever's using a lawnmower? Shh! Unlikely that normal folk interacting with her would ever link this jocular and enthusiastic woman with a legendary adeptus who was marshal the winds to deliver the clouds.
Take note, Paimon. You could learn a thing or two about how to respect your elders.
Right.
Ugh, starting on the elder stuff already, huh? Shouldn't you be back in your cave tinkering away at some kite-related thingamabob or something? What brings you out here?
Now I have to Google it. Have we ever met her in human form? No, this is literally the first time. This moment here is the first time you ever encounter her in human form. How random that you immediately recognize her in a place that she shouldn't be in, because we assumed that she was back in Liyue Harbor even though she hadn't been heard from. It was still assumed that she was there. This is just weird and awkward.
And what's with that huge box next to you? Ah! Paimon gets it. You're here to do some shopping, aren't you?
I love her colors though, and the flowiness of her outfit.
And what of it?
I really need to do her try run to examine her appearance. Her lips are even blue.
The Qixing's decision to integrate Fontanian technology into said kite-flying competition is of no consequence to oneself.
I disagree.
Did you expect one to willfully compete against the whimsical trends of worldly sentiment?
Yes.
Or perhaps even fall to petty sulking over such?
Doubly yes.
It's not that we think those things exactly. That's just what Mountain Shaper and Mooncarver told us.
Mountain
Or
Shaper, that's the one.
Just something and Paimon can't be bothered to remember what their aliases were called.
It was Jehu and Ho Jiang, I think.
Anyway, they went to Liyue Harbor to look for you.
Jehu.
They even asked us to
Jehu?
pass along their regards if we ran into you.
They came looking for you in person. That should tell you, oh my fucking god, look at the claws on this thing. I know she's a bird, but that's hardly practical.
Tianyin?
Did she forget about them?
It appears time has quite flown since one's arrival in Liyue Harbor. How could one have forgotten about those two old fossils?
Huh? Is she suddenly losing her memory now that she's in human form? What? Madame Ping doesn't forget anything.
One shall have to bring them back some divine herbs to atone for this slight. Nay, given that one has ventured all this way to Yilong Wharf, tea would be more advisable.
I say it every time the game does this, and I will continue to say it. Swapping POV, that's point of view, weakens narrative standpoint and weakens immersion. Yes, it is a technical choice that you can make to have your story told from multiple points of view, but it does weaken the narrative. It is always better to have, or at least in a single moment, focus on one character. In this case, it should be the Traveler. If any thoughts should be heard, it should be the Travelers and the Travelers alone. We should not be hearing Paimon's thoughts, and we definitely should not be hearing Cloud Retainer's thoughts, because it weakens the narrative. I would like someone to please go teach the MiHoYo writers what deep point of view is. Deep point of view is a fantastic literary device that every writer should know about. And I really, really, really wish that they could be taught this literary technique, because it would enhance their writing so much, and we would not be hearing the thoughts of another character in their head when I'm not privy to their head.
A great thought has illuminated one's mind once again. One is reminded that certain purchases have yet to be made.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at how stacked she is. Why is a bird so stacked? That makes no sense.
Perhaps you two could wait here whilst one performs this task. It'll be but a moment.
I can't just go with you. Look at her. She's a sleek bird.
Here? You really just gonna ditch us here to watch your stuff? Oh, that woman really just does whatever she wants.
Let me go see what she's up to. I'll leave the stuff watching to you.
Hey, not you too, Traveler! Oh, all this Paimon ditching is super not appreciated.
Sucker.
Just come back soon, okay? Paimon doesn't want anyone to try and steal his stuff.
Yeah, what is Paimon gonna do about it?
Welcome.
Scream?
Please have a look around. We only sell teas of the finest quality, sourced directly from Chaoying Village. Might I recommend the Songlo variety? It's one of our specialties.
Now, that sounds promising. One will bring some back for those old fossils, and all will be well.
Why does she keep calling them old fossils? She's the same age as them, is she not?
2 boxes will do.
Wonderful. By the way, we're actually running a special Lantern Rite promotion. Buy 3 boxes, get 10% off. 4 boxes will net you 20% off.
Don't fall for it.
20% off 4 boxes.
Don't fall for it.
This merchant strikes a fair bargain. One might as well give some to Morax and Ping, too.
Oh, that's so sweet. I understand thinking about Madame Ping, but she was thinking about Zhongli as well. You're an absolute sweetheart. Aww. I really hit the spot. But no, if they're offering that kind of promotion, it goes to show how much markup is on their boxes. You really shouldn't fall for the trap. Plus, you wouldn't have been spending the extra money anyway. So just because it's 20% off, you're still paying more than you planned to spend at the start. Don't fall for these tricks.
Then 4 shall suffice.
I see. Are you intending to give these as gifts? If so, perhaps I can interest you in these exquisite gift sets. Buy 10, get half off.
Oh my god, she's been corrupted by sales practices. Don't fall for it.
Look at the magnificent design. And the red ribbon gives quite the festive flair, don't you
was no
think?
ribbon.
Such a gift would be sure to impress any lucky friend or family
Come on,
member.
Traveler, don't let her fall for it. No.
10 boxes. Seems rather excessive. But if one factors in the conqueror of demons and one's disciples...
Can you imagine Cloud Retainer gifting Shao a box of tea? I would actually pay to see that scene. Shanghai I can imagine though.
10, a nice round number, don't you think?
So is
Of
2.
course you do. I'll even shave a little extra off the price for you.
Again, shows the markup in the items.
That is agreeable. One will... I will have these boxed up then.
Oh, wow, character growth. She realizes how abnormal her speech pattern is in society and she's actively trying to alter it while in this form to not stand out. Fantastic.
Of course,
Come on, Traveler.
Right away.
Save a girl. Nope. We're just gonna...
I see you have quite the eye for fine items,
Oh my god.
mademoiselle.
Oh god.
Perhaps some of my wares might also be of interest to you.
Oh god, they're gonna fleece her of all their money. Cloud Retainer, please don't.
I'm a toy merchant from Fontaine. You'll get nothing but the finest and most intricate clockwork toys Mora can buy here. Each one sure to be a source of endless amusement.
Perhaps you could enlighten me then. When should said amusement be derived?
Well, that is, of course, best understood by playing with them yourself. If you could wait just a moment, I can bring one out and give you a demonstration.
Does she not want to be seen testing other people's mechanical
There is
wonders?
no need for that.
Mademoiselle.
Give me your newest and finest model, and be sure to package it securely.
Ah, of course. Here you go. The instruction manual is...
She doesn't need one.
I can do without.
She's
Thank
got
you.
this.
Many watchful eyes surround this place. If one were to be spotted purchasing a mechanical toy such as this, a child's plaything no less, it would only invite scandal. There is no harm in bringing it back to study in secret.
She should have bought one of the kites. That would have been more appropriate for the event. I should head back before Xian Yun notices. Sorry, Xian. I keep forgetting that that's actually two syllables. Xian Yun. Or were they doing it as one syllable? I don't remember.
Oh, Xianyun, did your shopping go smoothly?
I mean, I don't trust Paimon's pronunciation, but she put it in one syllable.
Naturally. One may not delight in social
Shouldn't you?
interactions, but that does not mean one lacks said faculties.
I didn't say you did, though I would have thought it secretly. It seems Xianyun is easily swayed into buying things. That box looks fit to burst already.
And you too? Are you not here to purchase things?
Nope.
We just haven't had time yet. It doesn't look like there are any kite stalls around Elong Wharf, but it does look like there are lots of goods from Fontaine.
I mean, we're located literally right next to Fontaine, so I'm not entirely surprised.
You are also planning to participate in the kite flying competition then?
Why do you sound so surprised? I mean, it's what you do at Latin, isn't it? And the theme is kites. Also?
One means to say, you along with all the other youths.
No, that's not what one meant to say.
One has been entreated to share one's kite-making expertise, and indeed, there was little one could do about such persistent supplication. One moment energetic and earnest, and dejected the next. One had no choice but to acquiesce to these requests, and thus, one will be organizing a kite-making workshop to provide personal instruction in this art form.
Yes, we can make the winning kite now.
Oh, who will be participating then?
Shuyu, Shenhe, Ganyu, and Yayo.
Who's Shu? Who's Shu?
Wow, that's quite a few people.
Who's Shu?
Also, this is all pretty well, Xianyun, but it's not like you have to make your own kite to participate in the competition. You can just buy one ready-made and call it a day.
Wait, is that, oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Holy shit. Scholar dude who has the Fontainian outfit. Is that his alternative name?
Ha! You speak of those equipped with the mechanical lifting device, do you not? 'Tis nothing but a crude piece of mortal machinery. The mechanism that one has developed was the fruit of millennia of meticulous study. Let us not speak of the source of the mechanism's power, but rather its structure.
Okay.
It is composed of materials as light as bamboo and as strong as iron. This composition grants it the lightness of weight to ascend into the sky and the durability to follow the wind for many a mile. It is built with a series of intersecting rods that... Never mind. It is unlikely the two of you will understand.
I was understanding.
Even should one expend the effort to explain.
Rude.
One is better off saving one's breath.
Rude.
It sure seems like you want to talk about it, though.
So, will you be attending the workshop or not?
Yes.
Huh? Wait, you've been trying to invite us this entire time?
Obviously. Seems interesting.
All right then. No need to prepare the
Xingqiu,
materials
that's the one.
in any case. One has it all sorted. Arrive at Mount Outsong in 2 days. I shall be expecting you around midday.
Are you leaving? Don't you want a guard to help you with that big box of yours?
Surely you jest. One goes as one pleases. For what reason would one need to rely on another?
It can float? What kind of invention is that?
She's an Adeptus Paimon.
One calls it the floating toting device.
You should make that proprietary technology.
She seems pretty proud of that one.
She certainly
Look at her
does.
walk down the street. She seems so confident, but everyone around her is looking at her all
She's
funny.
dressed funny.
Paimon wonders... never mind.
Also, the floating bag is
But
pretty
anyway,
distinctive.
that box of hers seems to be full of those mechanical lifty thingamabobs. Not that Paimon was peeking or anything. She just, got a bit unsteady for a second and accidentally brushed the embroidery on top.
Uh-huh. And I didn't see any embroidery.
And wouldn't you know it, all the stuff inside almost came bursting out.
Oh my
Paimon
god,
even went out
Paimon.
of her way to keep it all together.
Oh my god. What am I gonna do about you?
Paimon say is that Xianyun sure does try hard to save face.
She has her pride and dignity, alright?
What
Leave
did
her
she
to
call
her
it again?
own devices.
A crude piece of mortal machinery? Paimon bet she just can't wait to take it apart and see how it's made.
That does sound like something she would do.
Totally. We should probably act like we didn't
Of
see
course.
anything, though. You know, in consideration of her feelings.
I didn't
and
think
all.
this had to go with saying. We could have just not said this. This is
After
obvious.
all, that is the propriety with which one should comport oneself.
Exactly.
When it comes to an elder, right?
Exactly. Finally, you're listening. About bloody time, Paimon. Completed. So much to see and do. But also, I was still thinking about the fact that this woman has massive breasts. and as a bird, doesn't really compute. But also, if her vision is perfectly fine as a bird, why is it that when she goes into human form, she suddenly needs glasses? Wouldn't her eyesight still be terrible as a bird, and she would have already come up with some sort of like ocular device as a bird to fix her eyesight, which leads me to believe she doesn't have bad eyesight as a bird. So then why is she wearing glasses? Is it an affectation? Which is a bloody terrible one. It doesn't make sense.